NELK was always like partying,
Full swing in the house,
pranks, traveling, and boys being boys. I feel like those were the three recipes of like what made a NELK video great.
Guys, we're looking to do our merch way different than any other YouTuber.
You guys have consistently been able to spin up businesses that end up being massive, wildly profitable, and extremely viral.
What we had was special. Like to be able to get 300,000 people on an e-commerce website, it's insane. Money f***ed everything up, bro.
I have 2 million in watches. How much money I have in cars?
5.3.
5.3 million cars. I probably got like 12 million in real estate.
Well, what do you think about SteveWillDoIt's financial crisis?
I think we're just on like two different paths. Friends are always going to have little back and forths a little bit, and then you add this high stakes business and different people in everyone's ear telling them different things.
It's embarrassing. I don't even want to say it. I only have 300,000 on fights.
I mean, he's a little in the head with gambling for sure. Like he's just different. I never said this before, but
Kyle, thank you so much for coming on the Iced Coffee Hour podcast. We really appreciate it.
appreciate you guys. Yeah.
Thank
Thanks for
you.
having me.
So first of all, we have to apologize because of Andrew Schulz.
Oh my God. Yeah.
So
that was
we
you guys
had-
that started all that
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
right?
we
I
had
had
John
no
Shahidi
idea.
on the
I
podcast,
know.
and I asked him a simple question, an innocent question. You ever filmed an episode and not posted it? He said yes with Andrew Schulz. He explained why. Apparently, him and Steiny were just going at it, at each other's throats the entire episode. We posted that short. It blew up,
It
millions
blew
of
up.
views.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, the
Fucking
comments.
Shahidi blew that up.
You
right?
got this audience. It was all like commenting, the likes on these posts.
Were you
like,
guys
where's
surprised
the
that
podcast?
went nuts?
That, out of all the
Yes.
things, yeah.
Yeah.
I did
'Cause
not
John
think it was-
probably dropped a lot of gems, and that was the one that,
Yeah.
yeah, that was a whole, so you guys started that whole situation.
Yeah.
I guess so. Well,
Yeah.
technically, John started it, and we just fanned the flames a little bit.
Yeah. No, that was an interesting situation. I mean, when we did it, it was definitely awkward. And then, but it was weird. If I can remember too, I'm pretty sure like Schulz was the one that hit me because me and him and John were in a group chat.
Mhm.
And Schulz was the one that's like, yo, like, I don't think we should drop that. So I was like, are you sure? Like, I thought it was funny because if you guys see my reaction
Yeah.
into it too,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just like, bro, it's a
I didn't think it was
podcast.
that big
Like,
of a deal.
I'm sitting there, I'm laughing.
yeah.
I thought it was funny. So I was like, why not? Like, let's just drop it. And he's like, no, like, I think we should redo it. We could do it better. And then when you guys drop that clip, like Schulz just goes online and says like, release the pod, like blah,
Yeah,
blah,
he
blah.
said that.
Instead of like hitting me and John in the chat and being like, yo boys, this is funny now. Like, I like this narrative. Why don't we just drop the episode? He kind of tried to like flip the script on me and say like, yo, like they're holding the pod out. And I was like, dude, I don't give a f-. Like, let's just drop it.
It's good marketing, though, right?
And
Yeah.
dude, I think it's so
I
funny
feel
how
like it-
people judge these pods so much. It's like, it's a conversation, you know?
Yeah.
I thought it was funny. But
It's true. If Graham and I have one slight disagreement
Oh,
on
God.
air, everyone thinks that we're just constantly hating each other.
Right.
I'm like, no, like we're just having a
Yeah.
conversation. It's just what
Yeah.
boys do.
But
Like,
we
you go
played
back
up
and
for the
forth.
camera
Yeah.
sometimes. Like,
do you
I
ever find
poked
yourself
fun at
doing
Jack.
that in a pod too? I think it's so weird how all the negative only goes viral
Yeah.
now too. Like I even notice us with pods, it's like, do you ever feel like you have to force yourself to kind of say something negative about someone?
Not
to like,
Not
That should
on our
always do
podcast.
better than being
Yeah.
positive.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
though.
yeah, yeah.
Like that's what's weird about it. Like when John comes on that pod of everything he says, it's only just the negative that goes.
Yeah.
Right?
So
It's
you,
a weird state of the internet right now.
so you got to tell us, how many podcasts do you film and not post?
not many, bro. I'm
Is
trying
there
to think
any
if there's-
Is there
episode
any
that
other
stands
person
out
we
where
can
you're
get a
like-
clip from where people are going to be like, release the pod?
I'm trying to think.
You filmed one with Kamala and it just didn't go out.
No, we would have dropped that for sure. We would have dropped that. You guys know we drop any pod.
Yeah, yeah.
We've had some bad people on. No, I don't think so, really. I mean, we'll do internal pods and they'll just be kind of like boring and we won't drop them. But no, nothing that we've really held back like that. For me, I don't really care. I'll just drop it. Like, yeah,
That's good.
yeah.
So it seems like you wear quite a lot of hats. You're an entertainer, entrepreneur, marketer. What do you think you resonate with the most?
I like all aspects of the business side of stuff too, you know? I think being able to wear the different hats is what constantly makes stuff entertaining and fun. Like I get to be on camera and do the content side of stuff and that's fun, but then I get to flip that script and put on a different hat and like, you know, talk business with John and like talk about the business of Happy Dad
Yeah.
and the strategy through that. I don't know if I could choose one specific aspect. Like I love being able to, switch hats and do them all, honestly. But I do enjoy the business side of things too. Yeah.
I think you do the business side of things phenomenally. Like, there are many other people with the same amount of subscribers that you have, the same amount of views, the same fan base, the same audience, but you guys have consistently been able to spin up businesses that end up being massive, wildly profitable, and extremely viral. So I'm curious, how many people do you have working on your businesses right now?
I mean, at Happy Dad alone, we have 120 employees between the US and Canada.
See, that's insane.
It's insane. Happy Dad is insane. And then at NELK, NELK's mostly like a content operation now. So we probably have around 22 employees full-time. So we got like 5 videographers. We got Gabe, our assistant, Brett, who's another assistant too. People that just help out with socials, stuff like that. Yeah, so probably all
like
in
150 employees.
150 employees.
Because I remember when I saw your videos from the very beginning, and then I saw the phase where you guys were like out partying and drinking and like hosting these massive events. And I'm thinking behind the scenes, I'm like, you guys are really smart with the branding and with the way you position yourselves.
Yeah.
And even though some people see you as like the party dude, I'm like, dude, this business is massive.
Well, we
behind
did
the
party
scenes.
for sure.
Yeah.
The only thing that's different now is I'm 31 years old. So I don't know if you guys ever partied. How old are you guys now?
I'm 35.
35,
27.
27. So yeah, I mean, dude, I can't party like I could when I was 21, right? I get hungover like, feels like
How many drinks does it take to get hungover?
I mean, when we party for sure. Like tonight's going to be a celebration because we just did our 100 miles. We got UFC. So I haven't even had a Happy Dad since like December 15th.
What are you doing, man? You got one on the table right here.
Yeah.
Mine's already cracked.
We bought these specifically for you.
Yeah.
So
This is my first one since my
Cheers, man.
training. It's been like 50 days, bro.
I don't have a Happy Dad.
Well, I asked you if you wanted a Happy Dad. He doesn't like to
man.
drink.
Yeah.
I get so messed up if I drink. If I have more than one drink in a night, I feel it the next day. And then I think
as you get over, I mean, like when I was 21 to 26, I didn't even know what a hangover was too. And that's like probably that magical era of NELK too that we're talking about, where we talk about it all the time. Like even me, Steve, like Jesse too, we talk about it, where it's like we would be on a trip and we were always trying to be a little health conscious, believe it or not, like trying to be in the gym and stuff. And so we'd be in Europe or something and be like, yo, we're not going to drink today. Like we're going to try to just like, let's get our content. But we'd be sober and we'd just try to get something. Like we'd try to get something and we wouldn't get anything. And then we just start cranking a couple drinks. Next thing you know, magic just starts happening. And
it's not magic though. It's business. It's like entrepreneurial.
That's what I mean.
prowess.
So drinking became productive for us.
Yeah.
And that would happen time and time again, where it'd be like, bro, if we start drinking, we just get content, which obviously is not really probably good for the mental health. But that's kind of just what NELK was always like: partying, pranks, and like maybe traveling, and boys being boys. I feel like those were the 3 recipes of like what made a NELK video great.
So what's the worst thing that's come from all the drinking?
There's some crazy Steve stories for sure.
Oh.
No, not like, I think that's when it's all said and done type. You know what I mean? But no, nothing too crazy. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, since we're mostly like a business, finance, entrepreneurship podcast, what I'm curious about is the fact that drinking was like such an important part of your business. You consider yourself, an entertainer, an operator, an executive. I feel like you're just a really solid entrepreneur / visionary. I'm curious, who comes up with all of the different ideas? Because it's not just like Full Send, or it's not just like Kyle or NELK. It's like you guys have Happy Dad. Who came up with Happy Dad?
So, I mean, we could get into the story of that, but yeah, actually my first ever employee, Manager Drew, if you guys know him, I've known him since 6th grade. He grew up on my street. So he was like our first ever, me and Jesse hired him when we were working out of my basement. And at that time we were drinking Coronas. And Corona was typically a drink for like older people. You didn't see like frat kids drinking Coronas. We were drinking Coronas and we started saying it's Rona season. And we started saying it in videos. And then, saying it in videos. And then we would start to pull up to frats in our videos. And I pull up and they all have Coronas ready for us. And they're like giving us Coronas. And I was like, damn, like this is crazy. Because I always seen my dad and my mom drinking Coronas, not like frat kids. And then we did a merch drop and we sold, no lie, 22,000 units of Rona season shirts. Just like we had 2 SKUs, white and blue, 22,000 in 24 hours.
What's the gross revenue of something like that? That's got to be like
I couldn't tell you. I mean, maybe the
$5-6 million.
Maybe the shirts were like $29.99.
It's about $5 million.
Yeah, and then profits probably like all said and done, maybe like 40% with like all said and done.
Crazy.
Did Corona not sue you over that?
No, so we wanted to get a deal with Corona. So we're like, yo, like we tried to reach out to Corona, different people were trying to reach out. Now that I'm in the alcohol industry, I understand why they couldn't touch us because we're chugging beers in public, we're drinking in stores with Target uniforms on. So there's so many rules in the alcohol industry with like marketing that you like can't break. So now that I'm in it, I understand why they couldn't touch us, but it worked as a blessing in disguise because different companies would approach us and say like, hey, take 10% of our alcohol company, or here's X amount of cash to like promote our company. But bro, when I saw the influence that we had with alcohol, like I saw it with my own eyes and I was like, dude, I think this is $1 billion play.
So you came up with the idea of Happy Dad.
I came up with the idea of launching our own alcohol for sure. So I had met John at a dinner. He's told the story, but he was with Justin Bieber, who I've obviously looked up to my whole life, like, you know, growing up in similar.
Canada.
He's my age too. He grew up in Canada. Bieber was a fan of ours because we've done like hockey pranks and stuff too, so I'm sure he liked that. But I met him with Bieber, and then me and John and Sam got a dinner, and we chopped it up, and they basically said like, yo, how can we help you? Like, we want to help out in some way. And I was like, listen, I want to start an alcohol company. If you guys want to project manage it, because I don't want to do the business side of it. I don't want to do the cans and the shipping and any of the logistical. Like Sammy, our CEO, is an absolute killer.
Yeah.
I don't want to know anything about that. I want to stick to the marketing, the strategy, and the branding, you know? So they said, yeah, we're down. So we kind of teamed up and we came up with the name Happy Dad. We kind of just put in a group chat where like everyone spit out names. Winning name's going to get like $5,000. And someone came up with the name Happy Dad and we all loved it. And then once we came up with this logo,
I like the logo.
We wanted to go for a beer vibe on a seltzer because all the seltzers it was all women drinking them, right? Like there was the skinny cans too. So we wanted to go for like a retro beer vibe on a seltzer, and we wanted to go after the male demographic. So right when we saw this like retro logo, we just fell in love with it.
What was the second name you almost went with?
Well, originally we were always debating, like people were telling us too, like, oh, why don't you call it Full Send Seltzer or like NELK Seltzer? Like, what's Happy Dad? Like, why Happy Dad, right? But if you look at any of the brands that have sold or like exited, which could be a potential play for us too, right, is to exit. You want the brand to be bigger than NELK or Full Send, right? I think you box yourself in if we were to call it like obviously a NELK Seltzer, right?
Yeah.
Happy Dad, we wanted to use our existing platform to promote it, but obviously we want it to be bigger than us, right? Like look at Casamigos by George Clooney or something, right? A lot of people I'll be like, yo, you know, like Casamigos, like George Clooney started that and like sold it. And they're like, really? And like, that's the goal with Happy Dad too, with me. Like sometimes I'll see people in the gym now and they'll be wearing a Happy Dad hat. And
I see this
I'll go up to them and
everywhere.
try to like make eye contact with them. And they like grill me. They don't even know who I am. But I take that as a compliment because I'm like,
That's huge.
bro, this is really working. Because if this is ever going to sell or exit or become, you know, super, super, super profitable, it's got to be way bigger than NELK. And I think that's a mistake a lot of other influencers are making with their products is they're just too much of the face of it, if that makes sense.
If they go away, the product goes away.
Yeah.
So isn't it then a good idea for you not to wear the Happy Dad hat?
I just love the Happy Dad.
It's free
hats,
marketing.
though. I mean, I can still rep it, but
Sure.
if you look at our Happy Dad Instagram, like you're not going to see me like in every single post. You're not going to like I'm on there, but it's also like because a lot of these companies too, they're skeptical of celebrity brands, right? Like there's always this fear of like, oh, that's a celebrity brand, that's an influencer brand. There hasn't been that many that have like really sold. Like what's one that's actually like sold, right? Besides Hailey Bieber's?
I was about to say Hailey Bieber.
Cars and Booze, right? A little bit of it.
I mean, that was a $20 or $40 million acquisition. This would be in like the hopefully billion.
Right.
Have you been approached at all to sell Happy Dad?
Not to sell. No, we haven't even like thought about positioning ourselves to sell yet. We're growing so much. I think us and White Claw are the only seltzers that are still growing. Every other seltzer is declining. White Claw is growing in like single digits and we're growing in like double digits every year. It's been 4 years. So we're just steady growing. Our distribution's growing every year.
Are you taking profits from this, or are you just reinvesting?
I haven't taken a penny from Happy Dad.
Really?
Not one single penny.
Has it been tempting to take any money from Happy Dad?
No, because we have much bigger goals than that. I could take a
Sure.
salary from Happy Dad, but I'm in this for the long term. Like this is my baby. Like even to see where it's been now, it's been 4 years.
Yeah.
It's blown my wildest dreams to see where it's at. So we're in this for the long term. Yeah.
So out of one can,
Mhm.
what can you sell one can for? And then how much profit do you get?
The profit's about like 12% when it's all in. Yeah. I mean, but we don't control the prices of the cans. That's up to the store, right? Each store. So sometimes we'll get flack and they'll be like, why are you selling like a 12 pack for $40?
Yeah.
And we're like, yo, that's up to the store. Like we can't tell the store what to sell their price for. So
Yeah.
what we do is we make it through a brewery, and then in each state you have to have a different distributor, because all the laws are super old. It's all like laws from Prohibition.
Mhm.
So it's super old school laws. So we don't even sell directly to the store. So we sell to a distributor in a state, and then that distributor sells to the store.
What's the craziest law that you've seen when it comes to selling alcohol? Because I saw you had that whole Happy Dad do's and don'ts, and I think one of them was like you can't market drinking the beverage, right? Isn't there like
You
weird?
can't associate it with health and wellness in any way. Obviously, you can't say alcohol's healthy. So I think it's definitely like macros wise, if you compare it to a beer. I mean, a Corona has 13 grams of carbs. This is 2 grams of carbs. So, but obviously you can't say it's healthy in any way. You can't associate it with can't drink it in the gym. Obviously drinking and driving, that's obvious. The rule I hate the most is you cannot on another alcohol product. So you'll have to bleep this, but I can't say I can't say that.
That's
Or have you ever
crazy.
realized how we've never really said
Yeah.
there's been no NELK campaign
Wait a second. Is that but how
that's a
can
rule.
but how can Mr. Beast say that
Because
about Hershey's?
it's an alcohol
It's
rule.
only alcohol.
It's only alcohol.
So is this something that all of the alcoholic companies got together? Is like, yo, let's just shake hands. Let's not
I
shit
don't
talk each
know.
other.
I don't know. Yeah, it's such old school laws. So that's one thing that I wish we could, because NELK, we would do that
Yeah.
so well. Even Steve, imagine him on other brands and stuff like that too. But that's
crazy.
one interesting rule
Okay.
too. Yeah.
And when Jack and I first started the Iced Coffee Hour, we had to figure out everything ourselves, from the best cameras to use, the best editing equipment, how to get guests, the best audio, the best mics, everything. Every day was a new challenge. That's why if you're starting or growing your own business, you know how valuable today's sponsor is, and that would be Shopify.
Shopify is like having an all-in-one business partner. They power millions of businesses worldwide, from huge brands like Mattel and Gymshark to people that are just getting started. Here's a fun fact. You've probably actually already used Shopify and just not known it, because if you've ever shopped online in the United States, there's a really good chance it was actually powered by Shopify, because they handle about 10% of all American e-commerce.
What's great about Shopify is that they give you access to a complete design studio with hundreds of ready-to-use templates to build a beautiful online store that perfectly matches your brand. There's no coding needed, and their AI tools even help you write product descriptions or enhance your product photos.
And if you're worried about getting the word out on whatever it is that you're selling, do not be, because Shopify makes marketing extremely easy with simple email and social campaigns that reach customers wherever they're scrolling. And on top of that, they literally handle everything from inventory to shipping to returns. So if you're a business owner, you do not have to worry about any of that complicated stuff.
Start your business with the industry's best business partner and start hearing. Sign up for your $1 a month trial today at shopify.com/ICH. Go to shopify.com/ICH. That is shopify.com/ICH.
The link is also down below in the description. There is literally no reason to not start that business idea you've had. You can do it for $1. Shopify.com/ICH. Thank you so much to Shopify for sponsoring this episode. What percent of Happy Dad do you own?
I think all in for NELK, NELK as a whole, around %.
That's phenomenal.
On a product like this now is I think that's a historic.
How much did you guys
deal.
raise?
We didn't raise anything at the beginning.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was self-funded. So they put up a little bit for production. So NELK didn't have to put in anything too.
Dude,
so
I'm
we got
blown
that.
away,
You don't
man.
get equity usually without putting in money too.
Yeah.
Right? And also so I kind of negotiated my deal first, and then Jesse and Steve's deal was similar too. And it's there's no vested equity. There's no like, there was like talks of phantom equity too, where it's like, but like, we all own this, like it's ours. It's a good,
Wow.
And we have incredible partners. John and Sam are like, I love them.
John
They're
is
the best.
on it.
John's awesome.
Yeah.
He's a genius. And then Sam's just a complete robot where he's the hardest worker. He inspires me with like his work.
I'm curious, who's the smartest business person that you've met or been around? Like, who do you go to for advice?
I go to John a lot. John and Sam, I've learned a lot from them too.
And what about besides them?
Dana White for sure.
Yeah.
He's someone that I've looked up to him my whole life too. He's always been one of my business inspirations. But he's just a guy that like, he never quits. He never takes no for an answer. So I think that's one thing I try to follow in his footsteps. He doesn't, back himself in a corner. There's always a way to figure it out. Like what he did during COVID, just like seeing his leadership through an era like that. So him. But yeah, John and Sam, definitely I've learned a lot from them.
Can you say what the current valuation of Happy Dad is and like what you would sell it for?
In a dream scenario, when you exit, you get a big cash bag, and then you get to work. I'd say you get to work for the company for X amount of years, usually consult them, do whatever you need to do. And then also, we're not just going to sell to a company that's going to drive it into the ground. Like you're going to partner with a company that's going to take your product and like, we're only in 2 countries.
Yeah.
We're in the US and Canada, and like we should be in Australia. I just went to Australia. Like we have as much fans in Australia as we have in like Canada. We went to Ireland. We get swarmed. Like we could be everywhere. So if we ever exit, it's going to be with a company that's also going to take Happy Dad, see our vision, and help take it to the next level.
Yeah. What would you say were the 3 most pivotal business decisions you've made in your career? Like what changed your business the most?
Our original merch business was pretty historic. I don't think anyone's really ever done that.
That was so good.
It was crazy. But that was a blessing in disguise, was because we just became the underdogs. So I think to answer that was just being authentic, probably. That was number one, was we started in that prank era where I don't know if you remember how many pranksters there were?
Oh, I used to watch them all.
I love them too.
Vitaly, dude.
Vitaly.
Yeah.
Shout out Vitaly.
Roman.
Shout out Vitaly. If you want to come on the
jail.
podcast, we want you on the podcast. Same as Fuzi.
He's
out of Vitaly's out of jail too.
Yeah.
Roman Atwood. Oh my gosh.
Who else was there? Yeah, Roman Atwood. So many people. But there was that typical prank format where it's just like intro, prank, outro. And we were kind of following that. And then when we kind of just started being ourselves, being more authentic, like drinking in videos, like just making jokes that we would make off camera, being ourselves, that's when people really related to us. It was that and the pranks, the perfect harmony. And through that authenticity, I guess that's what us a little bit, because YouTube demonetized us. Right? Did you guys know that?
I remember your Google video.
The Google video.
I watched it as soon as you posted it because I was big into pranks. That's how I got into YouTube, was watching prank videos.
Yeah. So that. I mean, anytime you mess with your boss, it's not a good idea, right? So we pretty much mess with our boss. We got demonetized. Yeah, we had to private all our videos.
Yeah, I remember
because we were
that.
on 2 strikes. So we thought they were going to delete our channel. So we just privated all our videos.
Explain this Google video for anyone who hasn't seen it.
So yeah, we got big off doing fake employee pranks. So I've had many jobs. I've pretty much worked at every single business throughout doing pranks. Target, Walmart,
Apple.
Apple's
McDonald's.
a legendary, McDonald's. Yeah. So we put on the uniforms and then we go in and we mess with the customers and the employees. So we decided to do a Google one. A fan hit us up and said he had like a badge for Google. And we're like, this is too good, like an office prank. So we got the badge and we snuck in. And then we pretended to like work at Google and we were messing with people in the cubicles. And then, Google did not like it. They did not like it.
Did they reach out to you? Did anyone?
No, they didn't
like,
reach out. You know an MCN? What an MCN?
Yes.
Yeah, so we were with an MCN. They dropped us, obviously, because they were probably. And then but Google didn't reach out. I think they just gave us a strike.
Okay.
But we were sitting on 2, 3 strikes. Your channel's dead. So we privated all our videos for like months to avoid because we thought they were just after us. We thought we were done. Yeah. So, but that again. So that to answer your question, that was pivotal, being authentic, because that turned us into the underdogs, and we weren't making money off YouTube. So me and Jesse kind of, we had to get together and we said, "Yo, we're not making money. Like, how are we going to continue to fund the videos? Like, what are we going to do?" So we saw people selling merch, and we're like, "What if we did merch?" So we sold some. It was like this saying in our video, George Hennon, that like it was like this whole thing. So we sold those shirts. They did decent. But then what we wanted to do is kind of make it more like a clothing line. So we just made that we would kind of want to wear. Like we made like heavyweight hoodies and we like sampled them and sent it back and forth overseas, found like a sick blank that we liked, put like the little N logo stitched on it. And then I think we sold like 2,000 of those in like 30 seconds.
Really?
Bro. Like crazy. And we're just like, holy shit. And at that time, you know, now we have like sponsors and like, you know, we got Prize Picks, we got MoonPay. But at that time, like we were looking directly into the camera, being completely honest with our fans and saying like, guys, we don't make money off YouTube. The only revenue source we have is merch. So it became this connection with our fan base that was like, you guys are funding these videos through buying merch. There was literally no other revenue source.
How much money were you making on YouTube at the time?
When we got demonetized?
Yeah.
I think,
what was your income?
So we started back in the day, we would make like $5K a month and then that stopped. And then we're making zero, completely zero. We had I'm talking one revenue source.
How many subscribers did you have at the time?
Millions.
How did you live?
Well, we were making merch money. Yeah.
So you immediately pivoted to merch.
Like, yeah, it was a bit of a transition.
Okay.
Like, I think we were also working at the time too. I was working at a golf course for 5 years. So like, I would work at the golf course, save up as much money as I could. Jesse was working at, I think, like a chicken wing, like or a restaurant or something like that.
Yeah.
And like, we'd go to LA and we didn't have visas because we're both Canadians. So we'd stay for a bit, go back home, work, save up again, go back and forth. We did that for years. And then, yeah, merch started taking off. And yeah, I mean, our biggest merch drop was in Europe. We had just filmed a wine tour video. And yeah, we had 300,000 people on our website at one time.
Isn't that when the website crashed?
Yeah, it would crash sometimes and stuff too. Yeah, it would always like crash. But bro, we would get addicted and it was so fun. It was always like merch drop day. We'd have like a huge party and stuff like that. And like,
oh my God,
we would have our computers out and we'd have it all on the screen. And yeah, we would look at the live viewers on the website and like, bro, 300,000. Like Shopify was telling us like, yo, you guys are like second to Kylie Jenner. And like that drop did 33 million in gross.
How come you were able to do that and so many other people just fail?
Dude, I think NELK is something that comes around like once in like a decade, or like it's just what we had was special. It really was. I don't even think we realized what it was at the time. Like to be able to get 300,000 people on an e-commerce website, like that's what I heard of.
Now, why do you say that's what we had? Because isn't NELK still going?
Yeah, we're still going.
Still posting.
I just think that, I mean, like I said, that was our only revenue source, right?
Yeah.
So I think fans were supporting us in that specific venture for that reason too, is because that was our only way of making money. Like I could have been on a lie detector test and like I'm looking into the camera and I'm telling the fans like, you guys are making this possible.
Yeah.
Like there was no side money coming in. There was no Prize Picks. There was no Roulette. This was it. It was us and our fans. They were funding it, and we were traveling all over the world, making videos, uploading them, shooting, editing, and uploading every single week. And then, yeah, but you're also young, you know, like we're younger than, I was probably like 24, 25.
That's crazy, dude, to pull those
like
numbers.
We're younger. And then, yeah, I think money f***s everything up, bro. I think a little bit. Well, you get more comfortable. Not just me, everyone.
Yeah.
Like you could ask any one of us, and it's just like, I mean, we're young and hungry back then a little bit too, right? And you're on a mission. You're young. You're not thinking.
Yeah.
Like people are more down to like people are sharing beds. We're taking, you know what I'm saying? Try try getting everyone in a van now, and we're flying private.
Yeah.
It's just money shit up.
No, is it the money though, or is that just getting older and just having that
I think it's both.
experience?
I think it's both. Yeah, getting older for sure. Like, yeah, like our Europe trip. That's some of my favorite NELK days too. Like fans will tell me, like, bro, the old NELK is like so good, and I'm like, dude, I agree. Like, it's such a great era.
At what point did money start getting in the way?
I don't know if it
like, is there a certain number amount that it starts becoming comfortable and you're less motivated, hungry to?
No, because one thing people don't really know too is like, even though those merch numbers were like so high, believe it or not, money in my like specific pocket personally, and like Jesse's as well, because we were the two owners of NELK, right? Steve wasn't really like, he wasn't an owner of NELK. He was getting paid out in cash from merch. So the amount of money that me and Jet, as an owner, sometimes you take less cash, right? Because you own the equity.
Yeah.
So you can ask Jesse too. I mean, we weren't personally making a lot off the merch operation because it was money in, and then we had to pay out like a lot of people. And then it was also when we're traveling in Europe, you're bringing 15 people, you're getting an Airbnb every single week. You're spending on flights, videos, like that money goes quick. Maybe some people are suing us for pranks behind the scenes that we like some people during pranks. So everything added up. So even the merch business, as much when it's all said and done, like gross and then minus profit for like goods, shipping, everything like that. Personally, in my bank account, I never really got too rich off merch, which is interesting.
When did you make your first $1 million, like actually in your bank? To you personally?
I know this is bad, but I can't really recall. It wasn't like a moment for me.
Really?
No. I don't know why. There was never like a moment where I was looking and I'm like, I have $1 million. I don't know if that sounds stupid, but I don't know. I was more just caught up in like, I really just love making content too. Like I really do. So I was more just focused on, and I'm such a long-term thinker. I know where everything could go. So I don't know if I really got caught up in my first mill, but it must have been around like 25 or something. Yeah.
What's the most you've made in 24 hours?
I mean, those drops for sure.
It was the drops.
Yeah. Merch drops for sure.
Like, are we talking like $10 million, $20 million?
Of profit? I mean, we've done several drops. I think 2 drops did 30 million gross. 2 different drops. Yeah.
Those
gross.
are just
So
wild numbers.
let's say 40% profit.
Those are 40%
wild numbers.
Profit,
I mean, like on directly like gross minus expenses of clothing, and then
no payroll expenses yet.
Don't factor in that.
Okay.
Don't factor in that, and don't factor in traveling expenses and any other that comes with filming NELK.
Yeah. What are you doing with the money? Are you investing it?
Yeah.
Are you putting it aside? Like,
I got
a
a business manager that I just talk to a lot and communicate with, and he just diversifies like my portfolio and stuff like that. John, I've done some investing with John. I was I invested in X too when Elon bought it. That's doing good now.
Yeah. I was about to say, the valuation of that has got to be crazy.
Yeah. I think it's like, he called me the other day and said it's like 6X or something like that.
Wait, who called you?
John.
Okay.
Yeah. So he got me in on the X investment when Elon bought it too. I put up some money towards that. So I'll do different stuff like that too. And then, but I do like having cash on hand too to start my own businesses too.
Yeah.
Cause like if I have an idea, like to do something quick or something like that. Yeah.
What sort of investment opportunities do you get access to because you're you?
A good amount. Yeah, John's kind of my guy for that, where he'll call me and be like, what do you think about this? Do you want to invest in stuff like this? And I'll just kind of take it. I'll consult with my business manager too and just like take it play by play.
What's the weirdest investment you've done?
I don't think I have a weird one. No, I'm pretty picky, to be honest. Yeah. I won't just like throw money into anything.
So then what's your best investment and what's your worst investment?
I think the X one was pretty good.
That could be your best investment.
Yeah, probably.
What about your worst one?
Worst one? I don't think I have a worst one, honestly.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Just everything.
You're telling me that you don't have a worst investment and I have several?
I'm not like a huge
most of Jack's investments are bad.
That's unbelievable.
What's your worst one?
I don't even know. I mean, I took an account from like 20K to 75K down to 2 one time. Like, granted, losing 75K at the time, that was a lot.
See, so investing is something I need to get better with too, but I just have a business manager that I trust him a lot, and he'll kind of just talk me through, and he'll just diversify my and like safe stuff. And that's kind of how I go about investing. And it's just like, 10 to 15% return, stocks and bonds, treasuries.
My bad investments, granted, they're kind of just my fun money. So let it be known. Okay, I'm not a bad investor. I'm a very disciplined investor.
Yeah.
What are you spending your money on? Because I see these stories of like flying private jets and like driving
jets
these crazy
add up.
cars.
Jets are the stupidest thing you could spend money on for sure.
So why are you getting private jet? Because
I'll only get a jet. I'll fly commercial a lot too, but I'll fly a jet when it's like an emergency, when it's like worth my time to really be somewhere. Like let's say a podcast happens.
Yeah.
Sometimes it'll be like, in like somewhere where it might take like 2 connections to get somewhere and I can't get there on time and like maybe I have to do another podcast the next day. I'll only do it when it's like worth my time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it does add up. Yeah, my business manager called me the other day and he's like, bro, this PJ budget's we got to bring this down this year.
How much was
like,
the budget?
Probably like $600,000.
$600,000 on private jets?
Yeah.
It could be worse.
It could be
here's
worse.
the thing.
Listen, I haven't bought my own jet yet.
I was about to say,
Yeah.
and I saw Steve
And then you
Will
got to
Do
get
It
Steve has his own.
just had his jet.
You got to get a pilot. You got to pay for the gas. So I'm like, it's when I just really need to be somewhere that's beneficial for my business too. You know what I'm saying? Because a commercial flight, like, let's say it's like I get a call and it's like, yo, you got to be here tomorrow at like 8 a.m. and there's no flights.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, I'm going to pull trigger on that and do it. And it's kind of just
Yeah.
part of it.
I'm not going to lie to you. One of my guilty pleasures is skincare. And I have used, I kid you not, so many different skincare products over the years, and none of them have really made a change, even though they make huge promises.
That's what makes our sponsor, OneSkin, so different. It was created by women scientists based on real research, not trends.
OneSkin's moisturizer is light, absorbs quickly, and layers easily without feeling heavy or greasy. And these products are meant to make your skincare routine way simpler because there are so few steps. I have had skincare routines where there's like 10 steps involved, and guess what? I never stick with it, but with OneSkin, I can do it all in like a minute.
Their main ingredient is their patented OS1 peptide. This is the first ingredient proven to target senescent cells, which causes visible signs of aging, like wrinkles, fine lines, and loss of elasticity. OneSkin has also attracted A-list fans, from biohackers like Dave Asprey, who we've actually had on the show, to Hollywood icons, including Jennifer Aniston and Matthew McConaughey.
All of their products are tested by dermatologists, safe for sensitive skin, which I admittedly have very sensitive skin, and made without more than 1,500 harsh or irritating ingredients. That's exactly why OneSkin offers a science-based way to support long-term skin health.
Born from over a decade of longevity research, OneSkin's OS1 peptide is proven to target visible signs of aging, helping you unlock your healthiest skin now and as you age. So for a limited time, try OneSkin for 15% off using code ICED at oneskin.co/iced. Again, that's 15% off at oneskin.co with the code ICED. After you purchase, they're going to ask where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them that you heard about them through us. Now, when you're hiring, the hardest part isn't necessarily posting the job. It's figuring out early on if someone's actually the right fit. Kind of like going on a first date. It's really important to ask the right questions.
And that is exactly what our sponsor ZipRecruiter is built to do. Instead of relying on outdated hiring processes, ZipRecruiter helps employers focus on the right candidates from the very beginning.
When you post a job, ZipRecruiter suggests screening questions that you could add in right away, helping you narrow in on the candidates who are the right fit from the very beginning.
ZipRecruiter's matching technology actively connects your job with qualified candidates who check all of your boxes, so you're not stuck there sorting through a bunch of different applicants that aren't the right fit.
You could also use filters to see which candidates are recently active and reach out directly through ZipRecruiter's platform to move the hiring process faster.
So ask key questions and hire faster with ZipRecruiter. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate in the very first day. Try it out for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ICH. That is ZipRecruiter.com/ICH. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
What do you think about Steve Will Do It's financial crisis? I'm watching these videos, and I even told Jack, I'm like, dude, did you see Steve Will Do It's video yesterday? He coin flipped $2 million with Togi.
Insane.
And he's like, no. I'm like, do you want me to spoil it? I'm like, no, watch the video.
I just like, dude, even the way they gamble, like they're fucked. Like him and Dana are like, bro, I get mad when I lose money. Like I get in a bad mood. Like if I gamble and I lose like 100,000, like I'm pissed. I'm in a bad mood. Like don't talk to me. So those guys will go down millions too. And it's like, I don't know how they can stomach that.
But that's
too.
Dana, so that makes sense. But Steve,
yeah,
could do it.
I know.
Yeah.
Steve's too. I really don't. He's just different, bro. I mean, he's always been different. So he's a little in the head with gambling for sure. Like he's just different.
It just makes me think his threshold for money is just so high that you could blow $2 million like that. It's like, whatever.
Yeah, I think he's always he's just one that always wants to make good content too. So I think we may think in a similar fashion where he kind of just like, he's like, I don't care what I'm like losing or spending right now because I know he just thinks like if I make good videos, it's all going to work out too, which is kind of like I think in a similar way. I think we just go about it differently.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he just cares about his content a lot too, so he's willing to spend whatever the he spends on it, you know?
I would tend to agree with that.
Yeah.
That, he could spend a lot of money, but my gosh, these videos are just, I've not seen anything
I
like
can't
it
even
on
believe
YouTube.
it too, bro. I'll see his stories and I'm just like, bro, like he's just a madman. Like the Corinna Comp
What
shit,
is he
too.
doing?
Oh.
What is he
But,
doing?
but
with
I find
curious.
it, I even said too, it's like, it is entertaining. Like I've told him last time I saw him, I was like, bro, it's some of your best content. Like it's because it's
is.
entertaining.
But
It's so nuts.
It's
so
triggering
nuts.
though.
To me, it seems like a Fousey situation
Mm.
where it's kind of like watching a mess happen.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it sucks because I desperately root for Steve.
Oh, I love Steve.
I love Steve. I watched him for a super long time. He's an
Same.
amazing person. If you're watching this, Steve, we love you.
Yeah.
But I also I want the best for him.
Right.
And so when I see him making decisions, especially with like Corinna Kopf, like buying her several cars and
And she's already so rich.
He offered her a
She's
lineup.
Corinna's already so loaded herself, bro.
She's got to
Like,
be
Corinna-
worth like $50 million.
Corinna's a fucking baller. She doesn't
Yeah.
even need it.
But
That's
it was hard for me to see where he lines up these 5 cars, all worth $500,000. He's like, which one do you want? And she's like, I don't want another car. It seems like a hassle for her. He's like, you got to pick a car. I don't want a car.
She has no space to store the car.
She has no
a
space.
16-car garage is already
It becomes
filled
a
up with Steve's
hassle.
other offerings.
When you think of registration, filling it up, taking it in from it's more work for her now to take this car. And I'm thinking, I want one of the cars. I'd take the car.
It's insane. I know. And like I said, Corinna doesn't even need it because she's one of the richest. She's a baller herself, right?
Yeah.
Does part of you not want to be like, hey, because you and Steve are friends, be like, hey, man, let's dial it back in. Let's think long term for a second. Because his goal now is to get in as much debt as possible.
Yeah.
And so wouldn't part of you be like, all right, don't you want to think about the future a little bit?
Yeah. I mean, me and Steve have had we've had a long relationship, obviously. When did I meet Steve? One of my buddies showed me, who still works for us, one of my buddies from back home. He runs our socials and stuff. He sent me one of Steve's videos, and it was Steve drinking on a driveway, chugging a Jack Daniels bottle. I think he had 1,000 followers, and I was like, "What the? Who the is this kid? I've never seen anything like this." So then I think we reached out to him, and I had sent him some Rona season shirts, and we were still figuring it out ourselves. But I think we were at 1 million, 2 million subscribers. It's when we were launching merch. So I was throwing him some dough to yo, wear this in a video. I'll give you $1,000 or something. So that's how we started our relationship. And then I think me, Nino, and Jesse were in Orlando one time, and that's where Steve's from, Oviedo. So I hit him up and I was like, yo, want to come hang out and we'll go to the bar or something. And I went to his house in Oviedo and he had an adopted pit bull and he was living with 3 or 4 roommates, just typical bongs everywhere and stuff like that. I met his mom, I think, too. And we went to the bar, his local bar, the Knights Library. Shout out the Knights Library. And he just got we just got up. Steve got blacked out too. He put on a Batman shirt when he was drunk. And then he texted me the next day and he's like, bro, I don't know what happened. I woke up in a Batman shirt. I'm like, dude, you put that on yourself. It was he's just always been he's just a complete just funny guy.
Yeah.
He's always just been like that. But yeah, I kind of used to manage him more. Obviously, when I met him, my promise to him was when I saw who he really was, because I saw the drinking and stuff. But when I met him and I fell in love with his personality, I felt we were at 2 million subscribers. I kind of had figured out the game. And my promise to Steve was really just bro, if you trust me, I feel I can help make you rich and successful. And I think I see something in you and I think I can help guide you and make you successful. And I think that was our mission. And I feel that's what we did. But yeah, I don't really I think along the way, it's not I manage him anymore. I used to help him with every single move. Every move he made, it was consulted by me. Obviously when we launched his channel, we got it to a
million subscribers. I remember.
Subscribers. Well, he beat it now, though. He beat it now. What did he get?
It was
1 million?
So fast. I think in
2 weeks.
A day or 2. No,
Yeah,
I think it was
dude, Steve's he's one of the funniest guys. You know what I'm saying?
But
just
his audience stuck around even after his channel was taken down. His audience stuck around and followed and waited.
But
for
he's just
years.
a guy. He's just a guy that's he's just going to do whatever the he wants. You know what I'm saying? So I think he has a lot of other people in his ear now too, where it's like everyone wants a piece of him. You know what I'm saying? He's SteveWillDoIt. He's the man. So the one thing I can never do with Steve is not be honest with him. And like, that's just who I am, bro. Like when people ask me for advice, like I'm not a person that can be really any type of yes man or like beat around the bush or like tell someone what they want to hear. And like, yeah, whenever Steve does ask me for advice, I'll tell him straight up like what I think. And like, if that's offensive or if that's something he doesn't want to hear, and that goes for Steiny.
Yeah.
Anybody that asks me for advice, like I'm going to be blunt and I'm going to be honest and I'm going to tell you what I actually think. So, but now, I mean, me and Steve are cool. It's not like like the internet likes to make it some, like we have beef or something like that. Like I'll see him tonight.
That's what that's what I've seen a lot of the comments.
But no, it's like, I think right now we're just kind of on two different paths right now. And I think Steve's like, I don't know, he's doing his thing and he's crushing his YouTube. And like, I'm loving his content. I'm watching like every video. I know his editor, Alex, is killing the edits too. And like, I'm happy for him. I think we're just on like two different paths at the moment. I don't know. And I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with content and YouTube too, because I'm getting older. I'm 31. Like, I'm trying to figure out like, how does this old NELK Kyle kind of continue and what's my next chapter, you know, because I'm not really drinking and partying like I used to too. So I'm kind of figuring out my own too. But yeah.
Do you ever offer advice to someone when they don't ask if you see something, or do you just wait and if they come to you, you help?
Both. But you can only really, at a certain point, someone's just not going to listen to you, right?
Sure.
Like, there's not much you could do. Like, at a certain point, it's kind of like, people are going to do what they want to do, right? Everyone's their own person. And all I can do is, but I'm always there for any of the boys too.
Yeah.
And like, no, I think me and Steve, like, I'm kind of like just trying to focus on like, you know, my fitness, my mental health always. I'm putting that above everything too, because I realized like there's been certain moments where I'll squiggle down a road that I don't really want to be going down. And like, I feel like the gym and fitness always drags me in the right direction. That's one thing me and Steve bonded over originally. He was like one of the persons that really got me into the gym.
Yoked.
That's one thing we bonded over the most when we first started hanging out. Was Steve was like, he still is. He's shredded, but he was really into the gym, and he would like get on my ass. Like every day we were hitting like 2 a days. We would do like the insanity workout videos in the backyard, and he was someone that I would say that really got me into fitness and got me on my fitness journey too. So I think it's like even with like Jesse too, like,
oh, he's like really in shape.
Yeah,
it's cool
he's in
to
shape
see that
too.
progress.
But even me and Jesse, like we had a little, and it's not like it's just me or it's not like it's just him. It's like, it's kind of like friends are always going to have little back and forths a little bit. And then you add this high stakes business and different people in everyone's ear telling them different things. But now it's like me and Jesse are now tighter, like just as tight as we ever were. Like, so I think me and Steve are going to be like that too, where we're always going to be boys, and I'm always there for him. Yeah.
You should mention the necklace.
Oh, yes.
What necklace?
That is fantastic, Jack. Thank you. We had a podcast with Liver King.
Oh my God. What happened to him?
Yeah. Well, this was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Does he still have Liver Queen or no? Or did she leave his
I think they're, I think the Queen and the King are still together.
They're still together?
Probably.
I
Liver
hope
Queen
so.
seems loyal.
Yeah. I think, they have kids and everything. They have Liver Ranch.
What the happened to him?
Well, here's a crazy story for you. Honestly, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Is that SteveWillDoIt gave you a chain, a diamond chain.
Right.
On a podcast, you gave that to Liver King.
Dumb move. Okay, so there's my dumbest investment.
And then,
does that count?
Well, it continues.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever
We
done.
did a podcast with Liver King. He takes off the necklace and gives it to me.
And did you give it to someone?
I gave it back to Steve.
Oh, okay, good.
So Steve he has the chain now.
Steve has the chain
Okay,
now.
thank
So
God.
I had that chain, and I'm going to be honest, I thought it was cursed.
It
To
must
be completely honest with you, because Liver King had his whole controversy. Shortly after getting that chain, he gave it to me. I went through some. I've never worn the thing. I think it was cursed.
Damn.
And I felt the only way to break that cycle was to give it back to Steve. And now look at Steve. And we broke the cycle, and Steve is back on YouTube now. I kid you not. I've been telling Jack this, that I think that thing is cursed. I want nothing to do with it. And I brought it back to Steve, and now he's back on YouTube. He's doing great.
That's hilarious.
But that chain, I think, was some bad juju on it. I don't know what happened.
I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that. That's a funny story.
Yeah. And it's funny, too. I got an offer from Jack Doherty to buy that chain. He offered me $60,000 for it. And I said no.
Specifically because it was that, or?
No, because the chain was probably worth $90,000. And he's like, dude, I'll buy it for $60,000 right now. And I'm like,
no. Really?
That's what Liver King told me. Now, he could be exaggerating.
Liver King said it was a six-figure necklace.
You still believe Liver King? Probably not.
He said it was a six-figure necklace.
No, it was
okay.
like,
he said
like
those are all natural.
No, it's a tennis chain. That's like 10, 15.
10, 15?
No. Yeah.
Dude, you should have sold it for 60. What Liver King said, because Graham is a very frugal person, like a little scarcity mindset, right? No. Liver King gave him the necklace under the condition that Graham would have to give away the necklace.
Okay, so no. It was worth more because I went back through Steve's videos. Steve posted a video getting the chain for you, and he went to that I don't know if it's Timepiece Trading or one of those, and I think he paid 70 or 80 grand for that. And that's how I kind of came up with the price, because I remember that's what he was charged, and he bought 2 of them.
I'd have to see the chain again, but yeah.
Steve probably has it.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm also curious, what was it like drinking with Elon Musk?
It was fun, bro. I mean, that was a crazy podcast, how that came about. I think John had hit up Elon, and then Elon said he was down. And then, yeah, that was a crazy story too. I think, so we land in Austin, and John gets a call from Elon and says, yo, who's this guy on? Because Steve was going to be on that pod too. So he's like, yo, who's this guy, Steve? That's like, why is my security saying he's like a threat? And John's like, we're all like, what are you talking about? And then they're like, yeah, like he's blown up. He's like shot my mannequin with a gun. Like Steve did a video where he blew up a Tesla, I think, and like said Elon or something. So I guess Elon's security team flagged it. So then our podcast team was at Elon's house setting up, and he pulled the plug. Elon pulled the plug. Yeah, he's like, nah. Like his security's like, nah. And we're like, what the f-? So then Steve was kind of like, yo, like I'll sit out, like my bad, blah, blah, blah. And then, but Elon still wasn't down. We just waited around in Texas for like 72 hours. We just stayed at a hotel, and we just took the chance. And like John just kept texting him, and like I was trying to tell John, like we're just trying to like tell him like, bro, like we got to do this. And then eventually Elon just showed up, and yeah, he stayed for 4 hours. I think he crushed like 8 happy dads. And
why do you think he agreed to do that?
Why did he do the pod?
Yeah, because I love the podcast.
He's smart.
Yeah,
I mean, it just hits a different audience. I mean, I think that it might be the second most Elon interview besides Joe Rogan.
I think so.
Yeah, so he's smart. These guys that are big, you think they're not tapped in, but they're the most tapped in, right? Like look at someone like Drake, or like, you think just because they're like really big that they're not seeing the same as you, but they're tapped in as me and you, if not more.
Of all the people you've spoken to, does Elon Musk command a room the most?
No, Trump.
So Elon Musk is not the most intimidating?
No, because Elon's a little more like, he's got his quirks to him a little bit, right? Like he's more like, I don't know, he's more like interesting. Trump commands a room.
What was that like?
Yeah.
Like, what was the security
presence like? I'm curious, like the aura, as the kids would say. You're sitting down.
Yeah. No, like Elon's the man, obviously too, but Trump's just like, I mean, he's always been like probably super charismatic, Trump, right? Like, I mean, when he walks in a room, like it's just, it's Trump, right?
How much of that
he's funny as
yeah.
Like, he'll be walking in, he'll chirp like 3 people on the way in, and then he'll like compliment you, call you good looking, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, he's got a presence to him for sure.
What was the security screening like on that?
Secret Service, they ask you like days in advance, like who's coming, what's your equipment, like they got to go through, all your camera stuff in advance. I'm sure they're like listening to your phones maybe before and stuff. Yeah, and then I mean the typical pat downs and stuff like that. But yeah,
I remember YouTube took down your Trump video, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Isn't it crazy how things have changed? Yeah. I've told this story before, but yeah, we did the pod. Dana obviously set it up. Trump even says himself, he says he has no idea who the fuck we were. And that was the first podcast Trump ever did. So like
Yeah.
now how many has he been on, right? In the
Yeah.
election, he went on everyone's pod, but
Yeah.
this was the first pod he ever did, was the Folsom podcast. And Dana called him and said, yo, I think you should do this. And Trump just trusts Dana so much. So he's like, if Dana tells me it's something I should do, I'm going to do it. And he's like, I don't know who the hell the NELK boys are, but yeah, it got like 12 million views in 12 hours. YouTube deletes it, which obviously it always works in your favor because then Trump's on his
Truth Social tweeting about it.
he's on Fox News,
Yeah.
even like NELK boys, blah, blah, blah. And of course he says like, I was their biggest rated show. Like he's bragging.
Yeah.
It's funny. And then he's at his rallies, like saying NELK boys and stuff. So after that, we kind of stayed in touch with him and his team. And like, you know, we even gave them some consulting and some help during the elections, like do this podcast, you know, maybe like link with this person and stuff like that too. So we tried to offer them all the advice that we kind of knew as well too, since we're like super tapped in.
Dude, to me, I thought that election was won on social media.
Oh,
and I thought the
100%.
other side completely fumbled the bag
Mhm.
when Trump was willing to do all these podcasts. Same with JD
Yeah.
doing the podcast. And I think the
Well, it's
next
because I guess
election,
Kamala just wasn't capable, right?
Well, she did a 60 minutes.
Yeah.
But that was also like 11 minutes. Like I
Yeah.
think it got cut down
it was like
severely.
a 7
Like,
minute
people
podcast.
say, like,
heavily
So-
edited.
yeah.
it was
If
bad.
Kamala did, like she turned down Joe Rogan, which was like so stupid of her to do.
Yeah.
But I do think if she even went on Joe Rogan, she would have looked like an idiot. You know what I'm saying? Like she just couldn't, she can't hang in those environments. So I think that was just transparent to people. Like Trump can go in any environment and at least answer questions,
He's funny.
you know? Yeah, he's funny as
Him
I
and
mean, you
Theo
should see him-
Vaughn, that
You
was
should
one
see
of
him
my
off, You
favorite
should see him
podcasts.
off camera. He's funny as hell.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's one of the boys off camera.
That is so
like when we were flying on his plane.
Yeah.
we because we went on Trump. I've been on Air Force One too in 2020.
That's
I think I'm one
nuts.
of the only Canadians to been on Air Force One, and then we went on Trump Force One, and yeah, just like on the way there, he's just like college football's on. We're like shooting the shit. Like he's one of the boys for sure.
Do you have any opinions on his beef with Canada or trying to get Canada to join the United States?
That me hard. The Canadians are pissed at me now. I mean, that was not part of his campaign at all. The whole Canada and all that. So, yeah, that's a sticky situation. I just think Canada was a long time before Trump came along. I mean, Trudeau up Canada. So I don't. A lot of people agree with me in Canada too. I think to blame Trump for Canada is like stupid when like Trudeau's been up Canada for 10 years. I think we got to blame him a lot more than Trump. I love being from Canada, but I also love visiting the United States. I do think I've always thought it was stupid, like, because I used to have to get a visa I worked 5 years to get a visa just to be able to come into the States. So like, I mean, I think it would be easier if Canadians could come to the States easier. Do you know how many people, like aspiring business people, hit me up from like Toronto and they're like, bro, like, how can I get a visa? Like, it's so hard to like, I want to move to the States. Because like, you can live in Canada and you can start there. But if you really want to make it as an entertainer, like, you got to spend some time in LA. You got to do your rounds in the US. So theoretically, I mean, if it was easier for Canadians to come to the US too, I think a lot of people wouldn't mind that. But
were you ever worried about losing your visa though, with some of the pranks that you were pulling, or like, let's just say you get arrested or
How
something?
How many times have you been arrested?
twice. I've been to jail twice, just for like a night though.
What was that like? Who were you in jail with?
The first time was me and Jesse in Toronto. We did a prank. You know what I've learned too? It's always the stupidest, harmless pranks that get you arrested. The ones you never get in trouble for. So that's what we've learned too. And it's always like, don't stay around at the scene of the crime. Like once you do the prank, get the out right away. Because when you hang around there too long, that's when like eventually, because cops will arrest you for anything, right? You're gonna like not. We've never gotten actually charged. Like we've beaten every case that we've gotten charged for, but they will throw you in jail for a night. And then as a Canadian, every time you go to the border, they stop you and they say, you were arrested? Why? And they send you into secondary. It turns into a 3-hour thing where they question you. So it's like, yo, we don't want to obviously we're not going to get jailed for 6 months, but it becomes a huge hassle. So yeah,
what should you have been arrested for? Like you said, the messed up ones you're not arrested for. I'm curious, like, what is the one that you should have gone to jail for?
I mean, we did one. I don't want to get myself arrested though, but
It's too late.
It's
You have a
too late
statute of
now,
limitations.
Yeah,
It's like
statute
3
of-
weeks, I think.
Okay, cool. We did one like fake gas station employee, and like I was taking off the gas hose and like trying to fill up people's cars, but I was just like spraying it everywhere, and like I was like, dude, like I'm at like I could have blown up a gas station.
Were you spraying it on
Yeah.
your car?
No, I was spraying it on the ground, but like
Yeah.
that's one I always look back at and I'm like, that one was scary. I mean, the Coke pranks in Mexico, that one was scary. I don't know if we could have got arrested for that, but we could have got killed.
What
For
I'm curious
sure.
about is to do these pranks, you have to have
We were
extra-
fearless.
it's confidence.
Yeah.
What is it? Is it
fearless,
fearlessness? Is it an abundance mentality?
Me and
Because
Jesse will talk about this, and he'll tell me he's like, bro, Kyle, you were, bro. Like he's like, you were just like,
so where does this fearlessness come from? Is it abundance because you know nothing can happen to you? You'll always be fine. Like you're
I think we're
financially
just-
insulated. You have friends.
Sounds
around
more
you.
like delusion.
Is it
that
like
no matter what
just
you
like
do,
think
it's-
you have no care for consequences?
we were young. We were trying to make it. We didn't have money, so there was nothing to lose, and we were just trying to make it, and maybe we felt a little invincible, too, and like we got lucky. We definitely got lucky. A lot of people, I've seen some pranksters get arrested recently for and I don't know, I guess when we got arrested too, we've always found like a good lawyer and like we like angled it to where like, yo, we'll try to like help you with publicity or something too. And like
But what about confidence? How does
Yeah.
confidence play into the equation?
for
'Cause-
pranks or just,
Yeah, just in general. In order to do all of that
Uh-huh.
stuff, you have to be, I feel like, pretty confident. Have you always been confident, or is this something you've developed over time?
I don't know. I can sometimes be a little bit of an introvert off camera. Like, I don't know. I think the pranks, we just got so good at it, bro, for some reason. And like, I don't know, it just came so naturally to us. And then once we figured out that recipe of like how to like with someone, like we just became so good at it. And yeah, we definitely became confident with it because we just knew how to do it. And we knew how to shoot it. And we knew how to like get the reaction. And we knew how to like edit it properly. You know, like even when we're doing we just became so good at it too. Like the production side of it too is like let's say I'm pranking you, like you got to make sure your cameraman's like stationed in the right spot to get his face. Like, so we're like about to do it and we'll be like, cameraman, like go there, don't stand over there. It's like, it was just like a little science that we just got so good at.
Is there ever a prank that you filmed that you didn't post? How often does that happen?
Probably. Yeah. We did something in Greenland
Really?
recently. Yeah. We might drop it. But I don't know. People are so sensitive too now. But I don't really give a But like, yeah, I think we did kind of like we kind of treated it like it was North Korea. We might drop it. We shot it like months ago when the first Greenland started popping up.
Yeah.
You remember that? And now it's like hot again. So we're like, we might drop it. But
I think now
we
you
went to people's doors and just said like we kind of treated it like North Korea.
Yeah.
We were like in American outfits and we like had big photos of Trump. And we're like, hey, you got to hang this in your house. Like, you know, you're going to be part of us soon. And like we pretended like it was Kim Jong-un. Like, hey, make sure this is facing the sun at all times. People are going to be coming by to check that the photo's hung in your house. And like we gave them US cash and said like, you know, you're going to need this soon. Yeah.
Now you have to post.
That's
it.
amazing.
All-
That sounds
yes,
hilarious.
because
Yeah.
all
I
the
think it's fun.
comments.
You
It's-
have to think about it this way.
But people
Who
take it
care-
so seriously
But
too.
who
'cause-
cares
yeah,
about the
no,
sense
who
of people?
cares?
Yeah.
It's clearly
Yeah.
good content.
But
It's
then the
clearly-
Canadians will get on my ass too and be like, this guy's not even American. It's like, I'm playing like a character. Like,
I think
it's
you
a
just have to
character,
own
it's
it at
just
this
a
point.
joke.
I
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
there's been a few little times of controversy, and you've just fully leaned into
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
and it's been
I'm
fine.
really giving less and less of a now because the internet is just so dumb now. I think it's people believe everything they see too.
Yeah.
People are so sensitive, and it's also just like, yeah, the state of the internet now is. I think with the streaming, maybe it like changed stuff or like
How did streaming change the whole game? Because a lot of people
bro
are
even
now
like,
realizing that streamers are making like way more than YouTubers have ever made.
Well, they're making I guess from gambling only, right? If you don't have a gambling deal, you're not rolling in it like that.
Okay.
But if you're a streamer and you're on Kick and you're getting a gambling deal, then you're making pretty decent money. I guess
Yeah.
people are making good money off subs too, right?
Yeah.
But dude, I even realized it too. We just did our our 100-mile stream, and the Clippers, they're getting paid off views, right?
Mhm.
You guys know how that works.
Yep.
So the captions that they're making off our like 100-mile stream that I just did are like totally
you
just,
almost getting hit by the truck or whatever?
no, but they're just they'll write something completely fake in the caption just to like get views.
Yeah.
And like we were all looking at that and we're just dying at all the captions. And like, bro, as a joke the other day, I said, 905 shooter.
Yeah.
Like I said on the stream, I was like, yeah, 90 got Vitaly out of jail because he's from the Philippines.
Yeah.
And like, there's like 10 clips about it that people actually believe it. And I'm like, I think it's just because these clippers are getting paid. The more views they get, the more they get paid. So they're just like, it's kind of literally paying to spread misinformation. Like they're sitting there saying, how can I just make this clip viral? I don't give a if it's true or not. I'm going to make the craziest caption and like make it go more viral.
Yeah.
So I think that's one thing that's...
Where would you draw the line though? Because if you're doing the Greenland video, which I think you got to
That one's
post it.
funny,
That's
I think.
funny. But
Yeah.
like, is there a point? Like,
we
how
did
do you know?
we did one devil in a church. People didn't like that one. I thought it was funny. I've actually had the idea for like...
What do you mean people? Who's people? Didn't like that?
I guess because we have more of like we have like a right-wing audience. So like, I guess they don't like, obviously, when we're with like a church or something. So like...
But do you have like but how do you know people don't... Do you just show this to people?
We posted it and people didn't
you
like
posted
it.
it.
But it wasn't
I
even
didn't
like
see it.
really doing well. But I dressed up in like full devil makeup, like prosthetics, and like painted myself red with like the thing. And then we walked into a church and then we're just like, who the hell's talking about me in here? And then everyone like went quiet and we're like, oh, now that I'm here, like you guys want to talk behind my back, but now that I'm here, no one wants to say it to my face. Like everyone's quiet now that I actually showed up. And then like they didn't even react. Like people were laughing.
I think people
yeah, but it's like,
okay,
okay,
the church
yeah,
should be
that's fine. Okay, it's
the
fine.
church should be
No,
like
okay.
the off limits.
Yeah, I know,
but
I know.
like,
That
okay,
one,
let people have that.
I'm not religious whatsoever, but I hear that and I'm like, I
That's
can
fucked.
totally see
Yeah,
it.
I see
This
that
one,
too,
it's
yeah.
people that are like
Yeah.
scared of the boogeyman. In
Yeah.
church, like this is people's like full.
I know.
you
Yeah,
the
the faith.
Greenland
I know.
thing is.
I think
Yeah,
everyone
yeah.
just think, hey, a church, that's the one safe spot.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's
a
it.
safe spot
That's to
from
answer your question.
pranksters.
Yeah, we
That's
never
like.
really...
But do you have
Yeah.
someone that you show these videos to, run them by first of like, hey, is this
Yeah, we'll show the whole
safe?
chat.
What's the craziest idea you've ever had you didn't pursue?
The devil in a church one we've had for a while. I don't know. I think we've pulled off. There's some ones that like I don't even
Like, what's the dream prank?
dream prank.
You could do anything.
So we're actually going to be something I haven't said anywhere too, but there's a good chance that we might have our own, like, I don't know what it's going to be called, but call it like NELK Unleashed, or it's going to be basically NELK pranks on steroids.
Mm.
And there's a list of pranks that we've always wanted to pull off that we just haven't had the budget and the resources for. And that might be like our own TV show on a streaming service this year.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. So we're really deep in talks with a few streaming services, and we're kind of choosing which one we want to put that on. So it'll be like our version of Punked,
Yeah.
kind of, but with celebrities involved. Pranking celebrities and then also doing pranks with celebrities on their friends
Yeah.
or other celebrities. But there's a big list of pranks that we've had that, like, picture like if NELK had $1 million to shoot any prank they want, like unlimited budget per episode. That's kind of something that might go down this year. So you'll see some crazy shit we've always wanted to do.
That's
some
interesting.
some
that sounds like a
pranks on-
phenomenal opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we have,
That's
you
just
guys know
fun.
our celebrity Rolodex. So
Okay.
there's a lot of people that we want to
I know what you're gonna ask.
do
Jack.
pranks with and stuff.
Yeah.
Speaking of the celebrity Rolodex, who's the most famous person you have in your phone?
Probably Drake.
And does Drake just like randomly text you if he sees a video of you or something, or do you just like text him like,
we DM more.
okay,
Yeah. We'll DM on Instagram more. But
that's just insane.
yeah.
That's
I got like a close friend story that I'll post on that I only have the boys on. So I'll post like, I got like only boys on there, no chicks. So I'll just like post like funny shit or like snipe Salim, like when he's like, just like jokes. So like a lot of people like that reply.
so.
That's crazy.
Your life is pretty insane. Like, I mean, you're just texting Drake, so that's
Which is crazy because I've
can't
looked
even
up to him
fathom
my whole
that.
life too, as like an entrepreneur and an entertainer. Obviously love his music too, but yeah, he's from the same basically area as me.
Yeah.
So, what's the thing in your life that when it happens, it has you questioning, like, how is this real life?
Like that. Like meeting people I've always looked up to. Like, yeah, I've met pretty much everyone that I've ever looked up to. And yeah, or like when Drake bought me the watch for my birthday, it's just like, that shit lasts for like months, bro. It's still like, I still look at it and I'm like, how did I grow up like looking up to this person? And like, not only is he, when he reached out to me and DM'd me once and just said like, yo, like, keep doing your like that was enough. But like to get like a gift from him and like he's like telling me he's like a fan of what I'm doing. That's that's just like surreal to me. You know what I mean? Or even like, meeting Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber's,
And like, the first time he reached out to me. Anyone that you've really like looked up, Dana White too, bro.
Yeah.
Like I used to tell my friends, because people will say I'm a UFC casual too, but I've been watching UFC since like 8th grade when they were on Spike TV. Me and my dad used to watch it all the time.
Spike TV, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so I've been watching UFC for so long, and I used to tell everyone, I was like, I remember Dana followed our Full Send Instagram account, and I told everyone, I was like, bro, if we can ever do anything with the UFC, just like one thing, I was like, that would be a dream come true for me. And now to like tonight, I just get to go to like UFC fights all the time.
That is unreal.
And like, I can call Dana a friend. I can call him. I can text him for advice. It's surreal, bro. So I'm very grateful for it. Yeah.
I'm curious, what is it like to have someone like Dana White as a friend?
It's nice. Yeah,
like I imagine you just have unlimited access. You have a genius in your phone that you can reach out to for any business advice. Whereas other people, like they're trying to build their own startup or something, and they're like, okay, like these are the people I have access to. Like that is a insane resource.
He's just so loyal, bro. I mean, like, I don't know what it is, but he just like, I don't know. He just really liked, like me and him and Steve really hit it off, and we became friends when we first went to Abu Dhabi during COVID, and we just became friends. And we started like just trying to do each other favors, because he had his alcohol brand Hallerhead, and like we were helping, because we had a huge drinking audience, so we were helping him promote it. So we would like do him a favor with Hallerhead and promote the out of it, and then he'd go back and like do something for us. And it's hard to compete with him, but we would do our best to like favor.
Wow.
And like, we have no obviously formal partnership with the UFC or nothing like that. Like it's just friends helping friends. And he's really such a loyal guy. Like he'll never turn his back on you. But if he hates you, you're forever.
Like he does Peloton.
Yeah. Like, bro, like if
remember that.
But like, you got to be an idiot to go after Dana White. But like off camera too, like everyone he meets, like if he's walking through a crowd and like people are taking photos with him, he's taking a photo with every single person. Like he's like the nicest guy. And he's just a true loyal friend. Everyone that is friends with him knows how loyal he is.
We met him this one night. It was because of Vegas Matt.
Yeah.
So we met Vegas Matt. Matt introduced us to Steve. Steve was going to hang out with Dana. Dana came to Red Rock Casino, and we were all there, and they brought us into the back room. Steve was gambling right next to Dana. Steve was, playing, I think he had $500,000 is how much he owed the casino.
God.
In like in a debt, basically. And he was playing smaller hands, like 5,000, 5,000. Dana was playing $100,000 hands. Dana would win, and he'd pay off $100,000.
Yeah, he does that every time.
And then he'd play some more.
He's done that to me
win
too.
100,000, pay off Steve. And every single time Steve got $100,000 paid off, he'd go, oh my God. And he'd like grab onto Graham or something and be like, this is crazy. And then his entire $500,000 got wiped out.
Yeah.
Like immediately.
Yeah. That's crazy.
And Dana was just
surreal to see.
Yeah.
Just even seeing $100,000 chips like that and just throwing them in like it was nothing.
They're animals, bro.
Was insane.
Yeah, they're animals on the blackjack table.
And seeing his focus too, like he was locked in.
Dana?
On it was Baccarat.
Well, he's there to win too.
Yeah.
Like that's when I play blackjack too, I've learned from him too, and he's told me too, like you can't really ask for more than a double up. And like if you actually want to win too, I know it's fun to gamble drunk. Like it's fun as obviously I'll do it like sometimes too, but if you actually want to win, going in there sober and just trying to like the second you like, I've seen Dana play like 3 hands and he's done. Like he'll go win once, win twice, win 3 times. He doubles his money. He's done. I'm like, bro, you played for a minute, but he doubled his money and he's out. So like that's what he tells me too. He's like, bro, like once you double up, you can't ask for much more than that. Like if I'm buying in with 50 grand and I get to 100, it's like, bro, you just won 50K. What else do you want?
That's true.
So moving forward with NELK, with Kyle, what are your main goals over the next few years? I know you were saying that like you would consider exiting Happy Dad. You know, you have the merch that's still like crushing and everything, the podcast, that's a really interesting thing. What would you say are your goals? I mean, the fitness too, running 100 miles.
Personally, I just want to like just be the best version of myself too, and just like mentally, spiritually, just like, take care of my friends, my family, continue to do that, keep up with my fitness. I really want to take that to like another level too, because I love like working out. I just love the way it makes me feel. And then entertainment wise, I kind of just, I started out really wanting to be, when I was in high school, I wanted to be like a director and like a writer of like movies and content and stuff like that. I was really good at like that in high school. And the prank just kind of stuck, you know, but I've always been good at the back end and the production. So I think in the second half of this decade, I'm kind of looking at it as like a new chapter. It's like the second half of a decade. And I think I really want to do a lot of elevated content. Keep up with the social media. Like we're going to do NELK videos. We're actually shooting a lot of short pranks. Cool. Because I think shorts are really where it's at now too. Mm-hmm. We're going to put out a lot of those short bangers, the pranks we do, podcasts. But I really want to, I'm working on a few things in like elevated content. I wrote an animated series, kind of like our version of a South Park. So I wrote that. I've been writing that for I came up with the idea about 2 years ago. I could tell you guys, it's called like Degenerates.
That could be phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like
so
that could be huge.
It's not going to be NELK characters. Like it's not like I'm a character. I may or may not play a voice. And then we have a bunch of characters and it'll just kind of be like, picture like an animated series in our style and our tone.
Yeah.
And it's kind of it's pretty funny. So we're working on that. Jesse's actually working on that with me too.
That's great to see.
Yeah, we're working on that. And I think that could be a big thing. I would love to get that out in 2026.
That would be so sick.
Yeah.
What about wife and kids? One day?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
100%. Yeah. I definitely want to find the right girl. The thing with me is like, right now I'm definitely not gonna date a girl anymore just to like date her. Mm. There's no point in that. You know what I mean? Like I think the next girl I date will probably be the girl I marry. I think. Yeah. Because there's just no point of like, you know, a pointless relationship, I think. But I also don't want to be the guy that gets divorced too. Like I want to like, dude, that's a big commitment to be married to someone for the rest of your life. So, but I think everything comes to you at the right time. Anything, like even like, you know, exiting Happy Dad, or because I've looked back in life too, where it's like, have you ever wanted something at a moment and it didn't happen, and you were so bummed in the moment, but then you look back and you're like, you know what? If that happened in that moment, actually, I don't think it would have been good for me.
Right.
It might have led me down a bad path. So I think even getting the right girl or the right business thing happening to you at the right time, I think everything comes to you at the right time. So right now I'm kind of just like focusing on being the best version of myself and like attracting who I want and like a partner, I think, if that makes sense.
I agree with you.
Good ending. Ended a little deep like that.
Yeah.
Dude, that's beautiful. Actually, I'm in the same spot, man. Yeah. So maybe in a few years we'll shoot another podcast.
Up or no?
No,
I got married a year and a half ago.
How's it been?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really.
When did you get married?
A year and a half ago.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
But awesome. We've been together since 2019.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's great.
Where'd you propose?
Santa Monica.
Ooh.
At the top of the Ferris wheel at the pier, the Santa Monica Pier. Yeah. That's where we had our first date. So I just recreated our first date. But it's been great.
Hell yeah. That's awesome, bro. Well, I appreciate you guys for having me.
Thank you so much for coming
the
on.
Pod. Yeah, you guys kill it.
This has been a blast, dude. We got to run this back in a couple years.
100%. We will.
Yeah.
And by the way, this has been a podcast we've wanted to do since we started the Iced Coffee Hour in 2020.
Hell yeah. No, you guys are awesome.
I think I've sent you a few DMs. And I looked a little crazy sending you multiple.
I don't go on a lot of pods really. Yeah. So like, but I should start doing
this is
more
cool. I think you should too.
You guys,
Thank you, man.
Thank you, boys.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate you guys.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for coming on.
Yep.